Junior Cycle History students, let's run through 10 key words that relate to the Ulster Plantation and the growth of towns. The first thing to point out here is the word plantation here does not mean the same thing as the word plantation that we came across in conquest and colonization. So the word plantation here, it was an English method of taking over Ireland. So they would confiscate the land of rebellious chiefs and lords and then give it back to like loyal settlers from England and Scotland or loyal Irish. The Flight of the Earls. Right, there was a conflict in Ireland called the 9 Years' War. It was a last-ditch effort by Ulster chiefs like the O'Neills and the O'Donnells to stop the spread of English culture in Ireland. They did not win the war, so at the end of the conflict they ran away to Europe, and that was called the Flight of the Earls. And then after that, King James I confiscated their lands and gave it to the loyal settlers from Scotland and England and some loyal Irish. Undertakers is another word for English or Scottish settlers. A bawn was a stone wall that settlers had to build around their property. Arable farming was the new farming method that the planters brought over, so it was growing things like crops. Servitors refers to people who fought for the English army during the 9 Years' War, and they were given land in Ulster as their payment or part of their payment. During the Ulster Plantation, a lot of new towns were built, like Omagh. The reason why so many new towns were built is because it was kind of seen as being like safer living in a town surrounded by other settlers, rather than maybe being kind of out on your own in the countryside where you could be attacked by the Tories or the kind of native Irish. English common law was the legal system that replaced Brehon law. A unionist is someone who sees themselves primarily as being British. A nationalist is someone who sees themselves primarily as being Irish. Now, these two words will mean slightly different things depending on the topic, depending on the time period. So that's just a very kind of general overview of what they mean.